Thank you for joining today's demo on Snowflake Cloud Data Platform. My name is Patricia Peterson. I am a solution architect with Tech Partners Professional Services, a Snowflake partner. In this demo, we will take a high-level view of two of the main components of Snowflake, databases and warehouses. Snowflake is a high-performing cloud-based data platform. At its core, it's a relational database. Data is stored in databases and in tables. Right now, we're looking at the main user interface, and what we can see here are all of the databases that I have access to. Access is based on the role that you're signed in on. Here I'm signed in as account admin. So if we take a look at demo database, we can see we have a number of tables, and we can see some information about these tables. We've got sales customer here, which has 150 million rows and 10 plus gig in size. So if we click on this, what we see the definitions, we see the columns, we see the data types. You can see that these should be pretty familiar to you if you've been working in traditional data warehouses or data stores. This is ANSI SQL. Snowflake is based on ANSI SQL. Okay, so let's take a look here.
Today.
And we've got another table here, a couple columns. You can see here that you have the option to load a table. You usually don't use this option to load tables, but sometimes if you have something very small, static, you might want to use this. Typically what we do though is we access Snowflake through a number of the data load tools that are out there. Okay. So here we're going to take a look at another kind of table. This table is based on semi-structured data. Snowflake supports both structured and semi-structured data. And the way it does that is through a data type called a variant. So if we pop over to this worksheet tab here, probably where you'll spend most of your time if you work with this data platform. And in the query interface, you can see we've got demo down to weather. Now let's take a look at the table. You can see we've got the two columns with the variant type. And if we preview, you can actually see the results. This is what it looks like. In this case, this is JSON, and each of the rows in this table has the full JSON document within this variant data type. And using SQL, you can directly access these data points and combine them with any other data that you have in your database. Snowflake sees them both as tables. Even though you do not move this JSON from its structure, you just reference it the way that it is. Okay, so going back to our databases tab, go up here. Snowflake also supports views and schemas. So taking a look at the views here, means we have a number of views that come with Snowflake from the information schema, but you can also create your own. So let's take a look at view weather by country. So I click on this, we see all of the columns here. And we can also see the definition. So in this case, you can see that we combine data from a relational structured table called country and combined it with this JSON-based information sitting in the weather table. It's just a regular view. Okay. Taking a look at schemas, it supports creating schemas and also creates sequences. These other three tabs here are related to data loading, and we will be talking about data loading in another session. But before we leave the database topic, I do want to call your attention to something very interesting. You'll see here something called a clone. A clone in Snowflake, it's what they call a zero-copy clone. In essence, what this allows you to do is it allows you to create a table with all of the data in the original table, but without incurring extra storage costs. So for example, I can take this table here and I can clone it. You see the SQL here, very straightforward. And in just moments, I have a second table here that appears to have the exact same size. This is a great way to copy data, again, without incurring extra storage costs. And this option is also available at the database level. So you can actually clone an entire database, such as a production database to be used for testing without incurring extra storage costs. And as you can see, it happened in moments. Thank you for watching today's video. If you'd like to learn more about this topic, please reach out to us at Tech Partners Professional Services.